What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this off-meta strong scheme that I really like inside of Madden 22. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn post notifications on. So I'm actually in the run heavy playbook. Again, I'm in the run heavy playbook. Now I'm thinking about starting to do like not a series, but every so often I'm actually going to put out super off meta formations such as this strong eye wide open flex, because I'm sure a lot of you guys have never heard of this formation before, and you might be saying, well, why are you even doing this formation? And it's really because I want you guys to understand that there's a lot of unique formations in Madden. There's a lot of good formations in Madden that are, you know, off meta, and that's really what my channel is about, to just show you guys, you know, some new plays and to show you guys new formations that you can go hop in the game, try out, see if you like it, see if you don't, type of things. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Now starting off, the one thing I noticed about this formation is that you actually cannot get 3 receivers in there. You have to put your starting tight end, not your starting tight end, you have to put a tight end here. So that's why I do have Dallas Goedert here. To me, he's the best one. And also, you can actually put a middle linebacker in this package. It was actually kind of crazy that they're able to do that. So that's another interesting thing. But as far as personnel goes, you want to make sure you have your 2 good running backs right here. Now, if you want to play around and put a tight end here, that's up to you, because you can tell you can put a tight end, you know, you can put a fullback, you can put all of that right there. So that literally just depends on you. So had to turn my phone off of vibrate so you guys wouldn't hear that. But anyways, reason I like this formation. So first, before I go into the formation, I want to talk to you about the audibles, like the formation that you can audible into. So you actually have strong tight in here. You have strong pro. You have strong twins over that they'll let you actually audible into. Also, they'll let you audible into the weak slot, which actually has a pretty nice couple plays in here. You can tell they have a couple good run plays, and I actually this actually halfback option to read have fullback flat looks pretty interesting to me. Also, they have fullback house you can audible into, and the only gun formation they let you audible into is this split wide flex, which actually is a pretty nice gun formation. It's nice gun doubles. This backs cross is really good. Also, the 689 hook is a nice play too as well. So it also has some good runs in it. You see, tell they have a halfback base, you know, inside zone split and such and such. So that's kind of like why I like this formation, just because you can audible to different formations. But now let's take a deep dive into this formation. So inside zone lead is actually really nice, and I'm gonna show you the guys the run plays that I like out of this. Motion over zone weak is nice. I don't like halfback motion toss. It's not that good to me. Also, the plays that we're gonna be talking about in today's video, the 2 passing plays are gonna be fork angle, and we're gonna be talking about wide receiver curls, because those are my 2 favorite passing plays in this formation, because we can actually bomb cover 3, and there's a couple other zones we can actually, you know, bomb as well, and I'll get into that here in a little while. But without further ado, man, my audibles, I like to have fork angle, inside zone, halfback draw, and I like to have motion zone weak, which those are going to be the run plays I show you. And the passing play I like to come out in is going to be this wide receiver curls play right here. So as far as defense, what you're going to see realistically, you're going to see 3-3-5 wide. You may see normal. I don't really think you're going to see normal, but we'll come out normal just in case. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put some safeties in at linebacker. So let's put, I don't know, Sean Davis, maybe he's fast, I'm not sure. And let's go ahead and put Scott. We know Scott is quick, so let's go ahead and take Sullivan out, and we're gonna put Douglas right there. So I believe we are good to go, man. Let me make sure that we do have all of our, okay, cool, we're good. All right, so I'm actually going to be showing you guys just your standard zone. So cover 3, cover 4, drop, cover 2, and a little bit of man coverage as well. So let's actually come out and cover 3. Now, when you run this offense, I like having my 2 receivers right here. Well, my receiver and tight end, I like having them on the wide side of the field. Again, I like having them on the wide side of the field. Now, before I talk about any passing plays, I want to talk about the runs. So first, I want to show you inside zone lead. So most people probably just maybe pinch their whole defense like this to kind of help play some run defense. Most people do something like this, so I'm just doing very basic things. Now, just kind of show you just what it looks like, you know. So it actually blocks up really well. Now I know they are in 3-3-5 normal, but I'll show you what it looks like versus, you know, 3-3-5 wide if they audible down, because I know some of you guys might be saying, well, what if they just audible down? Because, you know, that's what most people do. They'll come out, you know, you'll see this all the time online. They may just press, I don't know, you know, just whatever adjustments they want to do. But honestly, with this particular play, it's really good because sometimes they really can't shoot the gaps because the different runs are going to be targeting different areas of the field, which I'll go and show you here. You notice how our fullback actually goes and block that player. That's why I said that this run play is really, really good versus 3-3-5 wide. And it's actually another reason why I did this formation, because it's really hard for them to blow up that run, because most people, when they use 3-3-5 wide, they're going to be using this guy right here. And what's going to happen is if he goes down on the ball, or if he's goes at the snap of the ball, of course, then what's going to happen is our fullback, if we ID him, our fullback actually goes and blocks him, which, you know, it doesn't happen too often. So if they want to blow up this run, they're going to have to use their safety. If they want to blow up this run, they won't be able to actually use it at linebacker because we are going to be able to block him basically every single time with just this run play, though. So I'll show you again. Let's go say they wanted to go, I guess, cover 2, maybe. Actually, no, let's go cover 4 show. Most people just do a cover 4 show, so let's press. I don't know. Let's even spread our line this time. I don't know. Let's just pinch him for just the heck of it, right? And also, it just really doesn't matter just because of the alignment of the defense. So we'll ID that guy here, and he's going to just be able to climb right up to him and block him, of course, that time. And the safeties are involved in the run. But either way, you can see that you can actually, you know, have a lot of decent options with this run play. So other run I like that I wanted to show you too is going to be this motion zone weak. And the reason I like it is because notice how receivers don't move. You know, most of the time when motion plays, your receivers are going to move. Ours don't. And that's actually really, really good for us. So one thing I like to do too is actually go to my receiver with my cursor and then click, you know, snap the ball as soon as I put it on him. So it looks like I'm motioning him. That's the kind of look you want to give, so that way the user don't really know what we're doing. And you can tell, look at the different blocking that we do get, and it's going to be a different hole that we can attack, which is why I said that this play is really, really good. Now, also things you could do too is, let's go back to inside zone lead. You can also take this receiver and motion and do the same thing, and then you can actually just snap the ball right here to make it look the exact same, but it's still, you know, a different run play, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of unique things that you can do out of this, which just makes it really, really cool. And I haven't even touched on passing yet. Now, halfback draw is the last one I want to go against. We'll talk to you about, because you can actually do the same thing. You know, you can do hot routes, you know, adjust people, and you can actually motion this guy, and then you can go ahead and snap the ball right about here, you know, to make it look all the same. And then we're just going to go ahead and run draws, just your typical draw play. Those really do good against like man coverage type looks, which I'll just go ahead and show you here now. Mostly those do good against man coverage. Y'all know I have problems talking sometimes. So let's go to halfback draw. Like I said, you would personally just do some dummy audibles, do some dummy motions, and don't worry, I'll show you other motions that we utilize in passing concepts here in a second. But you can tell right here, a lot of times you will be able to take it and cut it outside, which is why I said that I really love this against man coverage, because most of the time they're actually going to run, the tight end and receivers are going to run off their DBs that's guarding them, and it's going to allow us to have a big game like that. Now, that's it for the runs. So now let's talk about passing, because when you use this offense, you really want to establish the run anytime you're in an under center formation. You want to show your opponents you can run the ball. Now, first and foremost, I actually want to start off with a fork angle, just because there's actually a cover 3 bomb we can do out of this. You can tell we are in cover 3. I'm gonna spot that guy right here just because. Now, what you want to do, you want to do the same motion, but what you want to do, you want to take circle, put him on a streak, and I like to take square out here and put him on a hitch. So I like, well, smoke screen, excuse me. I like to take square, put him on a smoke screen, and it's going to look literally just like this. And basically, all you're going to do is just go ahead and wait for that. Oh, my bad. You can run it that way, but if you don't put that tight end on an out route and smart route it, the cornerback actually has a chance to make a play on it, which I'll go ahead and show you that here, which you already seen. So this is with us using a corner route. Like, let's say you just ran out of time or something, like if you were in a rush and you didn't get your adjustment in or something, or whatever the reason. You don't want this corner route just because he actually is able to recover. Yes, this is open if you have a Patrick Mahomes, but we actually want to get it a little bit more wide open, and I'm going to show you how we actually going to get that a little bit more wide open. So you see we do have cover 3 out there. So let's go to fork angle, and we're going to do the same thing, just motion over your receiver. We want to put him on a streak. Now what I'm going to do is take X, put him on an out route, and I'm going to smart route his out route, and now I'm going to take square and put him on a hitch. Smoke screen. Now you can leave him on that route, but if they play, like if they deep half or something, or that bomb isn't open, then we have a nice little read between these two right here, and we also have a nice little flood concept that we can read as well. So that's why I just really love this setup. Now let me go ahead and show you what I was talking about. So what you want to do, you notice how now, look how wide open that is. Look how more open it is, I should say. So you could tell the difference between leaving that stop corner versus leaving that putting that tight end on the out route. It's really going to open up that throw even more. And the good thing about this is that it doesn't matter where the middle safety is, because he just won't be able to react to it, especially if this is a speedster right here, especially if he's speedster. So if you want this play to get more wide open, just put your fastest player here, and that will be fine. Now, if they deep half, of course, the cornerback will play this, obviously, but if they don't deep half, then you could tell that's just literally wide open. Notice how even more wide open it is just by putting him on an out route. Now, when you put him on an out route, you want to make sure it's at least, I believe it's 8 yards, I want to say. That'll still pull him down. I want to say it's at least 8. But the reason I like this concept too is because if the user's on this right side, of course, we're going to bomb him, of course. But if for some reason he's on that right side, a lot of times I like to make this left side read. So you notice this little pocket right here. A lot of times you'll be able to lowball that. If you just wait, you'll be able to lowball it right here, because this hit route is going to pull that purple down which I'll go ahead and show you that here, just in case, like, let's say they deep path or something, then you actually do have a read still. So it's not just like a, you know, one read and then throw the ball away if it's not open type of play. You actually are able to make read concepts with this play. So let me just show you that triangle can get open. You can just literally low ball that right there. You could literally just be annoying and take that every single time, because that's actually going to bring us to our next concept that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So fork angle, another way I love to run this play, if I'm not trying to bomb them, then I would actually take circle, put them on a streak. I'll go ahead and motion over my tight end and then take square, put them on a smoke screen, and then actually I would run it just like this. Now this setup is really nice. Basically it's nice just because we're gonna have this right side flood, and also we have this quick throw to triangle if we wanted it, and it's basically just gonna be reading the user, and we're gonna create just a really nice levels type of concept to where no matter where the user users, he's going to be wrong every single time with this setup. Now you might be saying, real why? And also sometimes keep in mind the running back, they're supposed to like go outside the tackle and then, you know, run the angle route outside. Now it's Madden, they can't get stuff right, so sometimes it's going to happen like where he goes to the line, he's going to trip and fall. You know, that's just what you deal with on Madden. So this route is good if he gets out the backfield properly, but even still, you can tell we can still throw this right here because this post route, or the corner turn post, is going to push back that vertical hook or hook curl. They're going to do the same thing, and that's going to allow this route to get open. And also this smoke screen is going to pull any outside zone, so like any purples, any clouds, going to pull it. So this area right here, this throw, is normally always going to be open unless they user it. Now if the user is on this side right here, essentially he has to make a choice right now. You see that? He has to either guard this angle route or he has to run with this. Now most of the time they're actually going to run with this deeper route, and you're going to have this throw right about here every single time. It's normally going to be right about here because they're going to have to take their user and go up here. And if they zone drop, like if they're putting that cloud out there at like 30 or something to try to help with this, or 25, then just literally just dump this out here, because then there would just be literally nobody out there. So no matter what, you're really always going to have a read open, which is why I said I really love that play. Now I will show you versus cover 2. So with cover 2 is legit gonna be the same thing. I'm just spying people just so I don't have to deal with, you know, instant sheds and all that. So let's go back to fork angle, and what we're gonna do here is going to take our tight end, motion them across, circle on a streak. We're gonna take square, go ahead and put them on a hitch, and then we're actually going to snap the ball just like this. And watch triangle. So notice how we can still throw that, well, square, excuse me. So what happens is they swap, and with this particular setup, that mid read actually does match. So be very careful with that. Just be careful with that because the mid read can match that. Just wanted to make sure that you did see that. But I forgot to tell you with cover 2, what's going to happen is normally I'm gonna run it again and make sure, but when I was running this, normally this vertical hook would actually stay on a tight end and actually break late on this. That's how they usually play it. But right here, I maybe something bumped. I'm not sure really what happened. I guess because he went outside the tackle like he was supposed to. But anyways, what's always going to happen is that you're going to have this throw right here if it's any like stock zones, or if they zone drop higher than 0, obviously. But you'll always have this throw just because the clouds are going to back up and he's going to come back late. So you always have this option open if it's cover 2. So that's going to be open almost every single time. Now if the user is on this vertical hook here, then really what you want to do is just drift out the pocket, and you just want to actually deliver this strike right here, because normally you're always going to win that matchup, because that corner turn to post is going to be able to run away from his man cover. So that's why I really do like that setup right there. So I do want to run it one more time versus cover 2, just to kind of see, make sure I wasn't telling you guys nothing wrong. So let's go back to fork angle. Let's go and set it up again, motion them across. We're going to take square, put them on a hitch, and then right here we are good to go. So I like to let them set also, so that way, I don't know, I just like letting them set. But right here you can tell, yep, mid read does match them. But a lot of times if you have a decent tight end, then normally you are going to be able to win that matchup if you have, you know, a decent tight end. Now if you got somebody slow and just sluggish, like, you know, no chance, you know. So yeah, anyways, last thing I want to talk about with this particular play is man coverage. Now this is actually my favorite play to run if they want to run man and I want to pass the ball. Now this formation does have other nice pretty much man plays, but this is by far one of my favorite ones. Now one thing I like about this too is that we're going to take X, we're going to put them on a slant, we're going to take square, we're going to put them on an out route, and we're going to smart route is out route, and then we're going to take the slant and motion it over. Now this is so good because this route cannot get pressed. So notice how he's actually up on the line. I'm going to repress. See, I'm repressing. I'm even going to shade inside and underneath. Now look at how he's off the ball, and there's literally no way. So you almost said you have a slant that cannot be pressed, which is really good in Madden terms. and we're also going to read this angle route. So you want to read the slant to angle route, and you want to read this route late to see if they're putting any purples, or if they're not putting a deep zone. This is going to be your beater play, and I'll show you why it's really good here in a second. But you can tell the slant's going to get open. You see triangle, and I was trying to just throw circle just to throw a read out there, but I'm going to go on to replay really quick and just show you literally why I like this play versus man coverage. And it's going to give your opponent a lot of problems if they want to sit here and try to play man coverage, especially like a man blitz. And the reason I said man blitz too is because this little delay route, since it's a blitz, is obviously going to pick up the blitz first, which is why I do like it. And also look at the slant. So normally this slant is going to get wide open no matter what. Just literally no chance unless they have like a one step ahead or some crazy matchup, which normally they're not going to have that on the tight end. And you can tell we're going to have this open. Now watch this route right here. Now keep in mind, this is Quez Watkins, who's like 70 something overall versus G. Alexander, right? So I'm gonna let it play at normal speed. Look how he breaks his foot in the ground. So you notice how he exaggerates, like boom. That's one of those routes that's really, really unique on Madden, to where he'll actually run away from the person. So you want to make sure your fastest player is there. It's one of the rare routes that doesn't matter who the cornerback is, just because they actually let him get like a speed burst. Now, at some point, one step ahead and all that's going to kick in, but it just depends on EA at that point. But basically, those are my 3 reads. I like reading the running back. Well, first the tight end, 2 running back, and then I like looking up top. Now, every now and again, if I notice that I'm putting a purple, then at that point, I'll actually look at the out route, just see if it gets open, see if it doesn't. It all depends on who's running that out route. Now, I do want to at least show you this route first. One time, so let's put double purples out there just because. Let's shade over the top, because most people will shade over the top. I'm gonna spot 2 people just so I don't just get absolutely hollered at before I have a chance to show you. So let's go to fork angle. Let's take X, put them on a slant, and let's go and motion over our tight end. Square on the out route, smart route is out route. Normally that's good like that. Now you can leave that route if you want. It's just not consistent versus man coverage, so I just don't like it for that reason. But watch circle. So you notice how he's running away from him. Remember I told you like it didn't really matter about speed, but it does matter who he is, because you see right there they literally just glitched G. Alexander to actually guard that. That's like one of those little one step ahead extra abilities, extra animations that they get. But essentially, there's no way Quez Walker should be beating G. Alexander this bad right now. Watch how he just kind of run. You see how he runs away from him? Now, you can't do nothing about that animation, but that's open. Against any game, this is all Madden practice mode. So outside of all Madden practice mode, this is open. This is an easy throw to make, you see? So basically, that's just how you want to read that play. And that's why I said that I really love this play, because we're going to have that slant to angle route combo that's just going to make the user just have a headache to try to guard. Now, if you have like slot apprentice or something, or tight end apprentice, or actually I think it's hot route master you have to have. Like if you have that, and you can start putting crosser routes on this guy and motion them to the line of scrimmage, oh man, we start getting glitchy at that point. But yeah, the last thing I want to talk about is actually going to be this play right here. So the wide receiver curls play. There's a couple things I like to do. So first and foremost, I really only love this versus zone coverage, but I'll show you that it can work against man, but I don't prefer it versus man. So what I like to do, I like to take square, put him on a streak. I like to take my tight end and motion him across, so this way my opponent's thinking, hey, he's gonna run that tight end, on the post route. Nope, what I'm actually going to do now next is actually take X, and I'm a smart route on that tight end route. So you wanna press triangle, you wanna press X on the tight end, you wanna press R1 for smart route. You notice how it's ran a little deeper. Now from here, there's a couple things I like to do. Either A, I'll take triangle, put him on a swing route, and I'll have just to where nothing's in the middle of the field. So the user on the snap of the ball, he's going to just be usering, and there's going to be nothing for him to guard, if you can picture that. Because look, everything's outside. So he's going to be somewhere up in here looking for something inside, and there's going to be nothing, because he's going to be so used to that last play I was showing you. Now, setup number 2 that I like to do is take circle, put him on an in route. We're going to smart route his in route. So now we're actually going to put this right here to make the user have to respect the middle of the field, if that makes sense. So it's basically going to give us either we're going to keep the user in the middle, or we're going to keep him on the outside, so we're going to be playing with his head that way. So I'll show you this setup just because I have it set up right now. But essentially that tight end route is going to be able to do a nice job of climbing, and you want to wait until the safety actually falls off, or whoever that purple is, you want to wait for him to fall off. And it's really just going to cause your opponent to have to play a double Mabel style of coverage. They're going to have to, because also I could have took this if you wanted to. Like if you wanted to take that, you can. But he's actually going to stop covering him at a certain point, and you're going to be able to pass lead that ball like right up in here to get a nice little possession catch. So quickly, I do want to show you the double-sided read, because it's one of my favorite things to do. So let's take him, motion him over. Let's take square, put him on a streak, triangle on the swing route, and we're going to smart route X's route. And this setup is good just because if they aren't playing like a double Mabel, a lot of times you will have people open. You can tell right there, we're going to have that open on the right side, and we also would have had our tight end open on the left side. But at the same time, it all depends on what they're doing with their zones. But they're going to have to play some type of double Mabel concept to stop this particular play, just because we're literally flooding nothing but the outside. Notice how we have nothing in the middle. So you can tell right here, this is going to get open. And also, this throw right here would have gotten open had we just had a little bit more time. Well, if I'd have held the ball, I should say that throw is definitely going to be able to get open. So if you have time in the pocket, you're just going to literally feast. So I'll show you cover 2 real quick. And also, I do have another setup that I really do like, but I just want to show you that this route right here does, in fact, get over the top of cover 2 with the cloud flats, even to the short side of the field. Now, ideally, Jesus Christ, ideally, ideally, you want to run this to the wide side of the field. Like, you want to have these 2 players to the wide side. But if you do it to the short side, I mean, it's completely fine. Just, you know, you can still do it. I want to show you that. All right, you just want to wait, and then what's going to happen is if they're not zone dropping, then he's actually going to just fly down. But if they are zone dropping, he's going to stay, and you're going to hit that running back route. So that's how you read that, though. So, moving on, one last setup I actually forgot to give you guys is I like to take square, put them on a streak, and then I motion them here like we're going to do that other play. Then I'll take circle, put them on a hitch. So now we're going to take triangle, put them on a swing route, and then I like to run it just like this. So basically that hitch, we're going to read it. If it's open, cool. If it's not, okay. But then also what we're going to look to do is actually hit our opponent over the top with that cover 2 shell just like that. Now, last thing I want to talk about is going to be man coverage. So man coverage, like I said, it's not my favorite against man, not by any means. It's not my favorite because I rather the angle play. I feel like it has a lot more things you can do out of it. So I'm gonna blitz one person just to be safe. Now, this route can beat man coverage. So one thing I may do, well, I like to do, I should say, I'll take square, put them on an in route. Smart route is in route. I'll take triangle, put them on a swing route, and then I'll take circle. And normally I put them on a backside drag. Excuse me. I put them on a backside drag, and I have something like this. And I'll take X and smart route is route like this. Now, if they're playing with 2 deep halves, then this is not going to be open. So if they play something like this, you know, something like that, then X is going to have a great chance of getting open if they don't zone drop correctly, which I'll just going to show you that, and then that'll wrap up the video. So I'm going to shade over the top because anytime they're going to play some type of, you know, defense like this, they should be shading over the top. So let me go ahead and show you that right here. And X, like I said, you want to look between square and X. That's going to be your 2 reads, and just notice like how deep of a throw that is. And it's not like he just gets a super win or anything. It's just that if you have a great matchup, like if they have like a, I don't know, linebacker on your tight end for some reason, or you know, if he's better than that slot cornerback, then this is just a really good play. And it's a good mix-up to, you know, complement the other play, just because now we're going to have an in route. So the user's going to have to worry about this in route. And if you worry about the in route, then a lot of times we're going to look for this play if he's not zone dropping correctly, you know, so that's a big thing. And if they're shading over the top a lot of times too, drags will definitely beat shaded over the top. That's why I like to put a drag. And you can tell we could have threw that right there, checked it down. But your 2 read progressions are going to just be between these 2 routes. And yeah, that's basically gonna wrap it up for this video. Though I may do a part 2 where I actually show some gameplay with this using this scheme. I haven't decided yet, but anyways, drop a like if you, and that'll let me know if you guys, you know, want to see that, and I can show you how I put this into an actual game. But anyways, I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.